people say, oh, you do drag, what's so hard about doing drag? Well, you've never done drag until you put on high heels, a wig, and sequins, and then try to dive in the water.
Hi, gang!
Hi, Mickey!
Where you been, buddy? Down at Pop's Garage, working on a new Studebaker. But I didn't waste any time. No sirree. I got a whole bunch of new ideas for the charity show.
Like a beanpole number?
Well, there's a Kansas conga and an Eaton number just for Chowhound.
Oh, come on.
And a ballet number for Sis.
Gee, thanks, Mickey. But Mom can't afford ballet lessons.
Oh, you'll have them one day. Say, where's Judy?
I've made it. I thought Mom would never close the store. I've been looking forward to this all week long.
Me too. Aren't Saturdays swell? Your gal.
Your guy.
Yeah, but what do you guys all feel like doing?
What's wrong with doing something old, something tried and true?
Well, how about a matinee? Does that appeal to you?
A good old-fashioned matinee.
That suits us. Well, then let's go.
Go and tell the town they got us to write down and see the Saturday matinee. Double feature newsreel and cartoons too. Bet your bottom dollar that they're all brand new. Every thrilling scene up on the silver screen will make your fantasy dreams come true. And when you see those stars and the snazzy cars, you'll want to line up for that Saturday matinee. Go and tell a friend down on every bend, come see the Saturday matinee.
Popcorn peanuts!
Straight from the south.
Or chocolate ice cream bonbons that'll melt in your mouth. There'll be so much fun long before we're done. Those angels up in heaven will say, ain't got no time to stop. Spread your wings, you all, and start to line up for that Saturday matinee. Revealing scene up on the silver screen will make your fantasy dreams come true. And when you see those stars and those classic cars, you wanna line up for that Saturday matinee. You wanna line up for that Saturday
I'm sorry, Judy. I'm just not in the mood.
Oh, Mickey, it's not your fault that the theater caught on fire and we'd have no place to do the charity show. You'll think of something. You always do.
Not this time. It was my best idea yet. But I keep thinking of all the money we were going to raise to send those poor orphans to the lake.
Oh, hello. I'm looking for Mickey Ford.
I'm Mickey Ford, I guess.
How do you do? I'm Lana Haywood. Daddy's just retired to Lost Springs. He was born here, unfortunately. It's quite a change when you're used to the big city.
The big city? Well, which one?
Minneapolis.
I thought you meant a real city, like New York.
So, I was absolutely delighted when I heard that you were organizing a little charity show. I dance a little. I sing a bit, but I'm happy even to work backstage.
You backstage? That's ridiculous. You ought to be on stage as my discovery.
But there isn't gonna be a show.
Judy's right. The movie theater we were going to use for our show burned real bad today.
Then why not do it at our place? We simply have oceans of room.
That's swell. When can we see it?
What's wrong with right now?
Well, you heard what she said. There's simply oceans of room. What are we waiting for? Don't let that second-rate Lana Turner get you down.
'Cause Lana Turner's a real bitch.
Sis.
Well, she is too, and so is Lana Haywood.
And I bet dollars to donuts that blonde hair isn't real.
I bet her you-know-whats aren't real either.
Hey, you two. Remember, what goes around comes around.
Did you ever wake up in the morning and grumble as you tumble out of bed? You stub your toe, ouch. You hit your elbow, ooh. You bump your head, oh. You step on a tack and you let out a howl. There's soap in your eyes and you can't find the towel. You try to comb your hair but can't arrange it. Spill orange juice on your dress and have to change it. Then all day long, everything you touch goes wrong. Teacher told us when this happens to never whine or wail. The same thing happens in life, but on a very much larger scale. It never rains, but what it pours. If Lady Luck should happen to desert you, a bit of rain is never gonna hurt you. So wait and the skies will be blue. It never rains, but what it pours. So what if all your troubles come in bunches? Keep sticking to your silly little hunches, and the sun will come shining through. Bide your time and keep on humming. Don't you frown and sit around and weep. Wait your turn, your day is coming, and you'll be there on top of the heap. It never rains, but it pours. You may as well get all your worries over. From then on, you're gonna be in clover. Smile when you should cry. For every cloud, there'll be a rainbow. There'll be a sunbeam for every raindrop.
Retro Gold and DeMayer Studios. Don't call us, we'll call you. You want to speak with whom? Mr. DeMayer? I'm sorry, that isn't possible. Listen, you could be Joan Crawford and Betty Davis rolled into one, and you still wouldn't get to speak to Mr. DeMayer. Why? Because no one speaks to Mr. DeMayer except me, Myrtle, queen of the boards. Look, lady, there's power in these plugs, and here's why. The nerve.
Hamilton Smith?
Pardon me, Mr. DeMayer. It's Smythe, with a Y and an E. Mother's very particular about...
I don't care if it's spelled with an A and two S's. You are the least of my talent scouts.
Yes, Mr. DeMayor.
Yet you have not yet found me a starlet, let alone a star.
I'm very sorry, Mr. DeMayor, but I do try, honestly.
You know what I want? Blondes.
Yes, Mr. DeMayor. But every time I approach one, all I get is a smack in the kisser.
Why weren't you in Schwab's when Lana Turner was sitting in that booth?
Because I was with Mother, Mr. DeMayor, back in Lost Springs, Kansas.
Mothers are of no concern to Retro, Gold, and DeMayor. The only thing that counts here is box office, and blondes are box office, understand?
Yes, Mr. DeMayor. I'm very partial to blondes myself.
Then find me one. I need a new star. I give you 1 week, and if you do not succeed, you are history, like in Gone with the Wind.
Gee whiz.
This place is right out of a movie.
And get out of that pool.
I could water a whole lot of hogs in a pool like that. You got a barn?
I've never even seen a barn.
But would your pop really let us do a show here?
Of course he will, if I ask him. And he'll probably pay for the costumes and the scenery and everything, if I asked him. Daddy pays for everything I ask for. Of course, he would expect me to star.
But Judy always stars.
Judy? It isn't me, it's Daddy. He loves seeing me perform, and if I didn't, I don't know if I could ask him.
No, wait. We can work this out.
Well, if it's going to send more orphans to the lake.
Oh, Judy, you're swell.
You're an 8.
Hey, kids, I got a swell idea. The swellest I ever had. We'll use the pool. We'll do an aqua show.
That's great. Right, and the best of it is we've got such a great swim team, haven't we?
Yeah, terrific. Butch, Jed, Scotty, Elmer, and Deanna.
And Judy.
Yeah, she's the best of all of us.
What's the matter, Lana? You do swim, don't you?
Of course.
It's getting better and better. We'll have the swim team and Judy and you starring, doing all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, all the really dangerous diving, double somersaults, backflips into flames, and off that horribly high-top board, too.
Decision made. It's an aqua show, so let's get started. First, we gotta have a lot of glamorous girls.
You have.
Yeah, but how many of you swim? Like Deanna and Lana?
Okay. I like the swim team. My gosh, we couldn't do.
Oh, then we can't do the show.
Yes, we can. We've got twice as many guys as gals, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, let's turn the swim team into glamour girls.
Girls? Oh, you gotta be kidding.
It's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. Who's gonna know? A little padding?
And
A little makeup.
and a little charity.
Think of all those orphans who wouldn't go on vacation.
Okay, we'll do it for you, Judy. Right, fellas?
Right. Why, you'll be the best girlfriends a girl ever had.
Take swimsuits and splashes and lipstick and lashes and presto, the boy is a girl. Find something fun you can stuff in a bra. Slap on some rouge and we're in Shangri-La. They'll love how it feels on with wigs and high heels on. Believe me, their tassels will twirl. Teach 'em a time step and a few pirouettes. Toss in a kick line and we've got the rockets. Nobody guesses what's under the dresses. Then sister, your boy is a girl. With lipstick and lashes, we'll lose the mustaches. Voila! Hey, you got a show. Clip on an earring, some hose and a bag, and you got a hunk who's one heck of a drag. I may be digressing, but baby cross-dressing is surely the way we should go. So what if there's a bulge where a male is a male? Don't worry, hon, it's only a minor detail.
won't work, Mickey. They'll look like guys who wear lampshades at parties. Daddy would simply be horrified. He's a Republican. Daddy,
Mr. Haywood, sir. I'm Mickey Ford. How do you do? I put on the annual 4th of July show for the local orphans. And this year we're planning to send the kids to the lake for the very first time. But the theater burned and we can't use the place. So Lana here, great gal Lana, said you might let us stage the show right here by your pool. And gee, Mr. Haywood, if we can, the whole town will be in your debt, and you'll be a local hero. Sir?
Well, town in my debt, huh? Local hero, hmm? And it's all Lana's idea? That's my little princess, biggest heart in America. What's Lana play?
Oh, she's starring, of course.
Mr. Ford, or should I say Mr. Ziegfeld, you have good taste. You go right ahead. And tell you what, any costumes and scenery you want, send me the bill. Anything to make my little princess look pretty. Gotta run now. Debt. A hero.
Your dad's swell, and so are you. Now let's see if the swim team's ready.
With lipstick and lashes, we lost the mustaches. You gotta show. Flip on an earring, some hoes in a bag, and you got a hunk who's one hell of a drag. I may be digressing, but baby cross-dressing is surely the way we should go.
But what if there's a bulge where a man is a male?
Don't worry, hon, it's only a minor detail. Steering can be quite alluring. Let's just get on with the show.
Retro Gold and DeMayer. Don't call us. We'll call Joan Crawford. That's what they all say. Okay, sister, prove it. You did what last night? With how many men? Thank you, Miss Crawford. I'll put you through. Hedda, Freda, Greta, it's Myrtle with a hot tidbit. Listen, girls, I have something really big for you. Oh, my usual charge, doubled. Listen, last night, and she told me herself, Joan Crawford.
You're tuned to Radio KYY, Hollywood, California.
KY for who? For you and you.
tuned for the latest news in today's edition of Daily Dirt, brought to you coast to coast and starring Hedda, Freda, and Greta, the Wicked Witches of the West. But first, a word from our sponsor, Splash Deodorant.
Yes, it's Splash. So glamorous.
So girly.
So gay.
Remember, ladies,
It may be January outside, but it's always August under the arms.
And now, for our latest exclusives, there's trouble at Retro.
And it's serious. Earlier today, studio boss Napoleon DeMayer sent his top talent scout Hamilton Smythe on a nationwide search to find a new star. Could Retro be on the verge of disaster?
And speaking of stars, get this.
From our usual reliable source, we heard that last night,
That one of Hollywood's brightest legends,
a lady no less,
if you can call her a lady,
Was holding hands with several men at once, and hands was not all she was holding.
And now, before we sign off, a last word from Hedda, Freda, and Greta.
Greta, Freda, and Hedda.
Stop the presses. What a scoop.
Check your shoes. It smells like poop.
You wouldn't know a scoop if it bit your grits.
I am gossip's biggest queen.
You're the queen of Halloween.
Beyond the news that plays on your pages. Age.
Face it, girls, I got the gift.
Face it, darling. You could use a lift.
Dish in the dirt. Dish in the dirt.
No one calls them like I can.
You said Merman was a man.
you said Bogey couldn't even keep a call.
I uncovered Gypsy Rose.
You said she looked good in clothes.
Sweetie, you're just a barnyard hack, that's all.
Ooh, Scoop Rogers and a stare.
You said Fred did Ginger's hair.
Dish in the dirt. Dish in the dirt. Rumor, innuendo, gossip, poison for dessert. Dish in the dirt. We could make artistic compromises. There's goodness in the world we could discuss. Pointing out the virtue that arises. Pulitzer prizes. Not us. Dish in the dirt. Dish in the dirt.
Hannah, honey, let her rant.
You discovered Cary Grant.
Yeah, but she said Carrie was such a Mary.
I said Cornell Wild was wild.
I watched Crawford smack her child.
I caught Tracy dancing in Hepburn's pants.
We made lying a career. Don't believe the things you hear. We're dishing the dirt. Dishing the dirt. Rumor, innuendo, gossip, poison for dessert. Just like chicken soup, it couldn't hide. Dishing the dirt.
Honey, seeing you in that skirt looks like you're trying to put 10 pounds of flour in a 5-pound sack.
Is it true your mother and father were brother and sister?
Dish in the dirt.
Hamilton, I will not be defied. I forbid you to return Hollywood.
Hollywood is no place for a Smythe. And besides, it's filled with those kinds of people. Furthermore, you're to escort me to the 4th of July charity show. You must decide. It's me or that blonde.
You've always been first, Mother. But right now, this is my priority.
I take second place to Lana Haywood?
If you were 18 and blonde and stacked, and you could save my career, I would say no. But you're not, so I can't. Mr. DeMayor, here I come.
You will regret this, Hamilton. You will regret it. I
Thank you. I'm glad you've enjoyed the show so far. And now for some good news. I've just been told that we've reached our goal and that all the orphans can go to the lake. And now, the grand finale of our 4th of July show.
Hey, New York, fascinating city. Magic castles rising in the air. Wall Street, Broadway, guys are sitting pretty. Every window hides a millionaire. So when defeaters holler, there's no chance. Just tell them this, but with a dirty glance. Was Mr. Woolworth didn't have a dime, and Irving Berlin didn't have a rhyme, and Thomas Dewey didn't have a crime, but anything can happen in New York. Once Rockefeller didn't have that oil, and Tiffany, he didn't have a foil, and Ziegfeld didn't even have a guile, but anything can happen in New York. You too can be that big ball of fire. You too can have your name in Who's Who. You too can climb up higher and higher until you reach that rainbow room. The Wall Street bankers didn't have a trust. The automatic didn't have a crust. The Hall of Fame it didn't have a bust. But even you can be one in New York. Yes, sir! You can be one in New York. You too can be that big ball of fire. You too can start from scratch and get rich. You too can climb up higher and higher. Like Lord and Taylor, Climb with Teller, Kimball, Tracy, Rockefeller. You can even be an Abercrombie Fitch. Was Mr. Morgan didn't have a yacht, and Joe DiMaggio didn't have a SWAT. The pot of gold didn't have a pot, but anything can happen in New. Don't mean innuendo, we mean only in New York. Would not be very far, as long as I'm alone, they won't be
A journey to a star would not be very far as long as I'm alone with you. Romantic as we are, our journey to a star could start before the dawn breaks through. You're right beside my heart. We're just about a kiss apart, and we could make a dream come true. A moment of your love would have the feeling of a journey to a star.
say? Oh, what's that they're saying? Oh, what's that they're saying? Oh, while they keep playing and humming and swaying, it's the good ship Robert E. Lee that's here to carry the cotton away. Watch them shuffling along. See them shuffling along. So take your best gal, your real pal, go down on the levee. I said to the levee, and we'll join that shuffling throng. Hear that music and song. It's simply great, man. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
Right there. Smith?
Yes, Mr. DeMayor?
Who is that girl?
Oh, that's Judy Brown, Mr. DeMayor. Lana Haywood is the blonde.
I know she's the blonde. Dime a dozen. That girl is fresh. Different.
Yes, Mr. DeMayor, but she's just a girl next door.
She isn't just a girl next door. Smith, she's the girl next door. Seeing her reminds me of my childhood, when I was still nice. My hometown, shady streets. It's America, Smith, and I'm going to recreate it with that girl. Smith, does she sing and dance?
Oh, yes, Mr. DeMayor, and so does Mickey, her boyfriend. They all sing, dance, and swim.
Mickey and Judy? And what were those kids doing around that pool?
Rehearsing a show for charity, an aqua show.
Hamilton, you are my new head of production. As for the rest of you, you're fired. All of you. Smith, take over their jobs. All of them.
Yes, sir.
Publicity starts today. By tomorrow, I want a script, design, costumes, sets, and above all, those kids. Every last one of them.
Even those swimming chorus girls?
Sign every last one of them.
But Mr. DeMayor, those girls aren't...
No buts, Smith. Just tits. I want all of them here immediately. We start shooting a week from Monday.
Yes, Mr. DeMayor.
Oh, and one last thing. That Judy girl, she's a little plump. Put her on a diet right away.
Yes, sir, Mr. DeMayor. Hey, kids, guess what? Retro Golden DeMayor want to sign you for a picture.
And I'm Betty Davis.
You're the man who was filming me.
That's right. I'm Hamilton Smythe. I was just a talent scout of Retro Golden DeMayor Studios, but now I'm head of production, all because of that film that I shot in your backyard. I showed it to Mr. DeMayor, and he wants to sign you kids for a picture.
Am I going to be a star?
Well, I'll do everything I can to make you one. But it's really Judy Mr. DeMayor wants, and Mickey.
Mickey? And Judy?
And the Aqua Show. He wants to build a whole new kind of musical around the two of you. And he wants all the kids.
Judy, it's our dream come true.
No, Mickey. They always say Hollywood is tinsel and tears, and they're right. I'm gonna stay right here in Lost Springs and marry a nice boy and be a happy nobody for the rest of my life. I can always pay a quarter to see you and Lana up on the silver screen.
You can't do this to me.
Just watch me.
And if you think you've got yourself a real blonde, ask her why there's a bottle of peroxide in her bathroom. Medicine cabinet, second shelf.
What's the matter?
They want me to go to Hollywood.
Why, that's wonderful. Mom won't have to work anymore, and I could get ballet lessons.
But I can't go.
Will everyone please leave me and Judy alone?
Come on, Lucille. He's the reason. He and that Lana. It's all over town.
I won't listen to a word you say.
There never was anything between me and Lana. But even if there had been, I'd be through with her now.
Why?
I could never love a girl with dyed hair.
But we can't go to Hollywood as girls.
But Mr. DeMayer insisted on the whole company. It's you girls or no movie.
But what bathroom do we use?
You want to be stars. You want Mickey to be a star? You want Judy to be a star? What do you want to milk? Cows or applause?
Cows. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, we ain't doing it.
No way.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Hank?
Here I am.
Come along, girls.
All aboard.
This time, it's the big time. In a short time, we can be the cherry on the top of the sundae, the shiny star on top of the tree. So you better grab it with your both hands when that great moment arrives. 'Cause this time, it's the big time. It's the big time of our lives. This time, it's the extra. It's the special. It's the plus. This time we won't say, those lucky bastards. This time those lucky bastards are us. Ain't we something? Farewell to the small time, to the flea bags and the dimes. 'Cause this time, it's the big time. It's the big time of our lives.
I'm gonna buy myself a beer sour and wave to all my friends in the streets.
I'm gonna have a mansion like Bigfoot's.
I'm gonna sleep on black curtain sheets. And we'll raise more hell, make more hay than decent fellows should, because the getting drunk is highway. Is going Hollywood. 'Cause it's the big time, and it's high time we were seen by every dapper dude in Dakota, on every scrouchy neighborhood screen. So you better grab it with your both hands when that great moment arrives. 'Cause this time, it's the big time. It's the big time of our lives. This time, it's the extra. It's the special. It's the plus. This time, we don't see those lucky bastards. This time, those lucky bastards are us. Ain't we something? 800 million. There's a handful that survive. This time, we're that handful. So it's high time.
from the retro lot.
We've just had our first glimpse of DeMayer's teenage stars.
Fresh from the farmyard.
But with not one scrap of dirt to report.
So far.
But we'll dig some up. Meanwhile, all Hollywood.
It's a buzz with speculation.
As Napoleon DeMayer steers retro into uncharted waters.
The big question is, will his new production sink or swim?
Hooray for Hollywood, and Stewie Valley, hooray Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan. And any barmaid can be a star maid if she dances with or without a fan. Hooray for Hollywood, where you're terrific if you're even good, where anyone at all from Shirley Temple to Amy Semple is equally understood. Go out and try your luck, you might be Donald Duck. Hooray for Hollywood, hooray for Hollywood.
Quiet on the set. Quiet.
Lights, camera, and action!
Throw out your hands, stick out your tush, hands on your hips, give 'em a push. You'll be surprised you're doing the French mistake. Voila!
All right, cut! Wrong! Okay, just watch me. It's so simple, you sissy Marys. Give me the playback and watch me bang it.
Throw out your hands, stick out your tush, hands on your hips, give 'em a push. You'll be surprised you're doing the French mistake. Voila!
Shit. Have you got it?
Yes.
Sounds like steam escaping. Action! Okay. Oh, wait till I get out. Wait till I get out. Okay. Playback!
Throw out your hands, stick out your tush, hands on your hips, give 'em a push.
Who wants to kiss the bridegroom on his last night out? Next time they bring champagne on, I'll have the ball and chain on. Yes, ladies, I must leave you. I regret to say I bought the ring. This little fling will have to be our last soiree, because they're putting me away, and tomorrow is the happy day. I'll be a starry-eyed groom by high noon, no doubt. So who wants to kiss the bridegroom on his last night out?
Who wants to kiss the bridegroom on his last night out? Next time they bring champagne on, he'll have the ball and chain on.
Yes, ladies, I must leave you. I regret to say I bought the ring. This little fling will have to be our last soiree, because they're putting me away, and tomorrow is the happy day.
Oh, you'll be a starry-eyed groom by high noon, no doubt.
So who wants to kiss the bridegroom on his last night out? I must leave you. I regret to say I bought the ring. This little fling will have to be our last soiree because they're putting me away. And tomorrow is the happy day.
Oh, you think I'm sorry I'm through. Why, I do know now.
So who wants to kiss the bridegroom on his last night out?
I wonder why does everybody look at me and then begin to talk about the Christmas tree? I hope that means that everyone is glad to see the lady in the tutti frutti hat. The gentlemen, they want to make me say, see, but I don't tell them that. I tell them yes, sirree. And maybe that is why they come for dates to me, the lady in the tutti frutti hat. Some people say I dress too gay, but every day I feel so gay. And when I'm gay, I dress that way. Something wrong with that? No. Americanos tell me that my hat is high because I will not get up to kiss a guy. But if I ever start to figure up, I do that once for Johnny Smith, and he is very happy with the lady in the tutti frutti hat.
Let people say you dress too gay, but every day you feel so gay. And when you're gay, you dress that way. There's nothing wrong with that.
They have a different kind of time, and even I forget that I'm the lady in the tutti frutti hat. Americans tell me that my hat is high because I will not take it up to kiss a guy. But if I ever start to take it off, I do that one for Johnny Smith, and he is very happy with the lady in the tutti frutti hat.
I said we'll call you. Where do you think you're going, sister?
I am not your sister. I am Mrs. Brunhilde Smythe of Lost Spring, Kansas. Hamilton Smythe is my son, and I am here to take him home where he belongs. Hollywood is no place for my Hamilton.
You can't go in there. That's Mr. DeMayer's private office.
Then he'll know where Hamilton is, won't he?
Mr. DeMayer, there's a pushy broad out here who...
I'll show you what pushy is, sister.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Hedda.
Freda?
And Greta.
I'm Lana Haywood. You won't know me.
No, we don't.
And we don't speak with unknowns.
But I'm not an unknown. I came all the way from Kansas to be in the Aquacade picture, and now I don't have a role.
So what else is new?
The Swimming Chorus Girls.
Swimming Chorus Girls? What about them?
They're not girls. They're boys.
My sweet embraceable, you.
Gee, I wish there could have been a part for Lana.
Well, one thing's for sure. She can't have flunked the casting couch.
Hamilton, it says here I dive into a crater of a live volcano.
Don't worry, it's only a double.
Hello, America! And now, brought to you by our sponsor, Splash Deodorant, live and direct from Hollywood. Daily Dirt, starring Hedda, Freda, and Greta.
Our first exclusive is only a rumor as yet.
But it could prove to be a depth charge.
Which would blow Retro right out of the water. And sink it forever. A bit player on the Retro Aquacade musical.
Who wound up on the cutting room floor before the cameras even rolled?
Told us that there's something very queer about the Swimming Chorus Girls in the new Retro Aquacade picture.
No prizes for guessing who that is.
By tomorrow, we'll have verification.
Be sure to tune in and see whether Retro goes right down the drain. And now for the latest on Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. Last night they...
I guess that's it, kids. We're all washed up.
Not if I have anything to do with it. I'm going straight to Mr. DeMayer.
Oh, it won't work.
I can't believe
Oh, come on, kids. Buck up.
Oh, stop, Lucille.
You guys are jumping ship before we even hit the iceberg.
Splash your troubles away. You've got a big date. Your chin is all pimples. Splash your troubles away. You're so overweight. Your tushy's got dimples. When you're the one the mud always flings on, simply try strapping your water wings on. Your date is 7 feet tall, and that isn't all. He wears a toupee. Darling, don't lose your cool. Dump the fool in the pool. Take a swan dive and splash your troubles away. Troubles away. Your teacher says fail. Your headache is splitting. Splash your troubles away. Your mother's in jail. Your father starts knitting. out of style. You're trying to smile. The hem starts to fray. Then your bag tends to clash, and your shoes look like trash. Kick your heels up and splash, splash, splash your troubles away. When your life gets too cool, honey, don't start to drool. Just splash around the pool till your tootsies get cool and splash your troubles away. Your troubles away. Your troubles away.
Look, like I said, Mr. DeMayer doesn't talk to unknowns. What did you say your name was? Rock what? Hudson? Look, call him back someday when you're a star. Now, if you were George Nader, I'd put you through. But you're not, so I won't. So there.
Myrtle, I've got to talk to Mr. DeMayer right away.
I'm sorry, Hamilton, but he's not to be disturbed. He's casting, if you know what I mean.
But it's an emergency. You don't understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. It's got to be about those swimming chorus girls in our new feature.
How'd you know that?
Look, I figured it out the first time I saw them. I tried to sell that dirt to those three witches. Some little snit beat me to it and short-circuited me. Now's my chance to get even with them.
What are you going to do?
Sorry to disturb you, Mr. DeMayer, but there's something you ought to know. Yes, Mr. DeMayer. Now, who says there isn't power in these plugs?
Well, what did he say?
He said...
Are you three witches in there?
If you've got any dirt.
Oh, I've got dirt for you, all right. The dirt is you're all washed up. Your power is finished.
Nothing can stop our power.
Except the truth. I hate to throw cold water on you. But I spoke to Mr. DeMayer about your broadcast. He already knows the girls are really boys.
So what did he say?
He said, nobody's perfect.
Hollywood's Roxy Theater, cooled by refrigeration for your comfort. Everybody who's anybody in the motion picture industry is attending the glamorous premiere of The Big Splash of 1947, the first all-wet, all-American musical. And with this brief lull in the stream of celebrities, here's the latest on the disappearance of the mysterious disappearance of the three well-known gossip columnists, Hedda, Freda, and Greta. The Los Angeles Police Department has just announced that they only found 3 hats by Lily Dash and a pool of water. And now, for someone unknown to the public, but the power behind the plugs, Myrtle, queen of the switchboards at Retro. Cheering for the mystery swimming chorus girls who are featured in the picture. That's odd, there's one of them missing. And here in a rare public appearance is Napoleon DeMayer, head of Retro, with the lady he married just this morning. But instead of changing her name to his, he changed his to hers? Hollywood is so confusing these days. I think his new wife is going to speak.
Hello, Mom. Hello, Pop.
And here in at last, those two adorable stars of The Big Splash who are never apart off screen as well as on, Mickey Ford and Judy Brown. And here at last, The Big Splash of 1947, the first all-wet, all-American musical.
Dish in the dirt. Dish in the dirt.
Hannah, honey, let her rant.
You discovered Cary Grant.
Yeah, but she said Carrie was such a Mary.
I said Cornell Wild was wild.
I watched Crawford smack her child.
I caught Tracy dancing in Hepburn's pants.
We made lying a career. Don't believe the things you hear. We're dishing the dirt. Dishing the dirt. Rumor, innuendo, gossip, poison for dessert. Just like chicken soup, it couldn't hide. Dishing the dirt.
Honey, seeing you in that skirt looks like you're trying to put 10 pounds of flour in a 5-pound sack.
Is it true your mother and father were brother and sister?
Dishing the dirt.
Splash! Your troubles away. Your teacher says fail. Your headache is splitting. Splash! Your troubles away. Your mother's in jail. Your father starts knitting. When things get hot, then get even hotter. Why not die trying to hit the water? Your dress is way out of style. You're trying to smile. The hem starts to fray. Then your bag tends to clash, and your shoes look like trash. Kick your heels up and splash, splash, splash your troubles away. When your life gets too cool, honey, don't start to drool. Just splash around the pool till your tootsies get cool and splash your troubles away. Your troubles away. Your troubles away.
Say, Judy, what do you feel like doing today?
What's wrong with doing something old, something tried and true?
Well, how about a matinee? Does that appeal to you?
A good old-fashioned matinee.
That suits us.
Well, then let's go.
Go and tell the town they gotta sit right down and see the Saturday matinee. Double feature newsreel and cartoons too. Bet your bottom dollar that they're all brand new. Every thrilling scene up on the silver screen will make your fantasy dreams come true. And when you see those stars and those fancy cars, you'll want to line up for that Saturday matinee. Go and tell a friend down on every bend, come see the Saturday matinee.
Popcorn peanuts!
Straight from the south. Or chocolate ice cream bonbons that'll melt in your mouth. There'll be so much fun long before we're done. Those angels up in heaven will say, ain't got no time to stall. Spread your wings, you all. And start to line up for that Saturday matinee.
personally, I've never once thought of it as a drag show.
We will go our way. Together, we will leave someday. Together, your hand in my hand. Together, we will make the plans. Together, we will fly so high. Together, tell our friends goodbye. Together, we will start life new. Together, this is what we'll do. Go west, life is peaceful there. Go west, lots of open air. Go west, to begin life new. Go west, this is what we'll do. Go west, sun in winter time. Go west, we will do just fine. Go west, where the skies are blue. Go west, this and more we'll do. Together, we will love the beach. Together, we will learn and teach. Together, change our pace of life. Together, we will work and strive. I love you. I know you love me. I want you happy and carefree. So that's why I have no protest when you say you want to go west. Life is peaceful there. Go west. Lots of open air. Go west. To begin life new. Go west. This is what we'll do. Go west. Sun in winter time. Go west. We will do just fine. Go west. Where the skies are blue. Go west. This and more we'll do.
The first time I saw the show, I had an ear-to-ear smile.
I get to work with big, masculine, buff guys, play with them, toy with them.
The cruelest device ever invented by man for women are high heels. They love it, I hate it. But our legs look fabulous in it.
And it's really a family, all the people that are involved. That's kind of how I felt, like I wanted to be a part of the family.
When I tried on the Barbie costume, it wasn't the most flattering thing I've ever seen. Horizontal stripes don't necessarily do it for all of us girls.
You know, I was kind of awkward at first because I thought, oh God, we're going to be the only kids there, and what are they going to think? Oh no, you know, there's never been kids in the show before. They're probably going to think, you know, oh, so, but they're not at all. They're really nice.
And he's wonderful. I mean, he's just a jewel to watch. And his sister too.
A jewel to watch.
It's just a jewel to watch. Well, I couldn't think of anything else.
I'll remember that one. Well, some of them really look pretty good. They got nice legs. Even my wife comments about it.
So I started thinking about next year's. What can I do next year? How do I do it? I love doing it. I mean, I totally